Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Endless Space with me, Alchemy69. Currently working our way through the galaxy, trying to take over the world, I suppose, as they say, with the Craver race. We'll just carry this on from where we left off last time. I think we finished everything we had to do on that turn. And we can see that our research is now finished. So we've got the upgrades on the weapons now, so we'll apply those now actually. So this is the military view. It's basically gives us access to all of our ship designs and allows us to upgrade and modify the way they're built. So if we look at this patroller class, which is the one we discovered last time, we can see that it's fairly strong, got a reasonable amount of kinetic energy, but I'm sure we can probably upgrade it now that we've got our new high isotope platings and our hard kinetics. So we'll just bang on some more two upgrades there. So we can see that we've just upgraded to high isotope slugs, which is the stuff that we applied last time. We'll just upgrade that. That just applies number 2 to the end of it, so it's a sort of a second revision. And if we want to upgrade those now, what we can do is we can retrofit all of the ships that had those before. Actually, that's an advanced patroller, so that's its own type of ship. So really, we can't really do much with that for the time being. But we can upgrade our scout ships, which I'll do that now. So again, we'll just auto upgrade that, and we can retrofit those as well to that, which we can't do until they're actually in a star system that we own. So I'll have to wait for him to come back for that. But in the meantime, we can choose some more research. We can really probably focus on trying to expand our shielding, because we need to eventually be able to work our way through wormholes, which, as we can see here, we've got one right next to us. It's this different sort of swirly type of path, which needs an improved shielding for us to be able to cross that. So we will tune our way into the efficient shielding. I think is probably the best way to go. That said, actually thinking about it, yeah, we'll work our way on having stronger engines and being able to colonise the Arctic. I think for the same amount of turns, that's more benefit to us. So that's that one done. And we've also Duel has finally finished upgrading itself for the dust exploitation. So now that that's done, we can have a look and see what else is going on here. So really, I think we need to boost our research. So this research would give us +1 research per person on the planet. So as we can see, we've got 3 on the planet at the moment, so that would be a pretty good one to append on. So we'll add that in for the time being and see where that goes. So we can see at the moment our research is quite low. It's only 22 research per turn. It can go up into several hundred. So we'll keep working our way through it, and it will eventually slowly build up over time. It's still quite early days yet. So let's just carry on progressing our ships. And that one seems to have decided not to carry on doing what he was told last time, so I will just tell him to carry on again. There we go. And yes, we've discovered Veran down here, which has got 2 colonisable planets in it, which actually looks quite interesting to us. And there's quite a bit of research capability there, so yeah, that's probably worth our while having a go for. So next time, so this one's going to finish in a turn, so we will build ourselves a forager ship, which will take another 5 turns on top of that. Not a forager ship, what am I doing? I want a hive ship, colonisation, which would take even longer, 9 turns. Fantastic. So let's hit another turn and see what brings us. And our hero has upgraded again. They tend to upgrade passively, especially the ones in the systems, just over time. The ones who are in control of fleets tend to obviously upgrade after battles and things like that. And oh, that one's very useful. We'll be taking that one, which gives us a huge bonus to the technology that we can have within that subsystem. So that's fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. And that one's now carry on with the hive ship, so we can carry on and take over Veran. So we'll progress our ships again and see where that takes us. Now this is our scout ship, I believe, which it is, which we can now retrofit. So I will choose that. That's Alpha Fleet, and we can retrofit that. It's only going to cost us 30 dust, which is pretty cheap, to be perfectly honest. So now we can see here that our military power has gone up to 66. Now that's fairly low, but for a scout ship is fairly respectable. As we can see, our advanced patroller here has actually got a total military might of 100 down here, which we can see on the fleet. So that's a bit stronger. We can still do a lot better than that, I think. But again, it's the sort of thing that comes with time. Another quiet turn there. I think, to be honest, we're probably near the end of exploring our own little segment of this universe, so it might be worth, so very soon hopefully we should be able to work our way up to progressing out through the wormholes and then start really colonising in this area a bit better. So that one's completely useless. Not much point in us even looking at that one for the time being. And yes, so we've got another boost to our research. So the research is really speeding up now, as we can see. This is down to 2 turns now, whereas it was 6 turns previously, so it's speeding up now. Nearly finished on the hive ship, and a little bit longer to go on that. Still got quite a bit to have a look into and discover. Oh, there we go. So we'll keep working our way through it and see where it brings us. Okay, so our research has now finished, so we can now hopefully move on to working up to going through these wormholes, which is always very useful. And I think that was the only thing that's happened on this turn, and again just let these guys carry on, keep searching around for things. So we've discovered another zone, and it's given us a huge set of bonuses for our heroes, which is always nice. So hopefully the XP for our hero should boost a lot faster now. I think it's probably time we employed a second hero now, because we've got shitloads of dust that we can use. So it's probably worth us sticking a hero on our fleet. We could probably stick it onto the advanced patroller fleet. So really I think these guys were both pretty much the same, 663 and 663. Yep, so they're exactly the same people, so which name do I prefer? I think Whitehawk, I think, sounds better. So we'll go for him, and we will assign him to the fleet, which was the Beta fleet, which is the one with the stronger military might. Fantastic, there we go. So we can carry on plugging away now. And we now have our hive ship, which is actually stored in the hangar on this system, which is why you can't see it as a fleet there. So what we can do is we can bring it out of the hangar and create it into its own fleet. And we'll send it off to the Varen Empire, I believe, was the best one to go for. Which hopefully... No, we can't do it in one turn, so we'll have to wait until next turn for that one. And we'll just let the rest of the ships carry on their merry way. Worming their way around the galaxy. Okay, so we have now finished our, what was the improvement name again? The public-private partnerships, the research benefit. And as you can see, that the populace has actually improved here as well, because we've got such a great food supply coming from this planet. It's probably going to be worth our while working our way across to some of the other planets here now, because we've got such a good populace. So I think probably the small arid one is probably going to be the better one out of the two here for us. Just to give us a bit of a... Well, to be honest, we don't really need that much more dust at the moment, so we'll go for the Arctic one. There we go, fantastic. And we have finished our research there as well, so really the next thing I want to be doing is to start building up our ships. So as we can see, we've got such a good technology now that the number of turns for producing ships is decreasing rapidly, so we'll churn 2 or 3 of these out, I think. And then we can hopefully send off a fleet to the other side and start causing some chaos and mayhem for the other factions involved. Okay, so we've hit the end of the auto explore mode, so we have finished discovering this entire section. So for the time being, our scout ship, I think we will tell him to return home, and he can form up part of the fleet that we had. And the hive ship has made its way there now, so we can now colonise one of these 2 planets. I think really this one's the better one because it's got such a good bonus on the research. So we'll take that and we will exploit that as well. I think really though we do need to try and exploit that for some more food, so we can build up on on the levels of things that are produced here. The more populace you have in a system, the higher these get modified by. I think they're basically multipliers depending on the number of people. So moving on from that, so we've got another fantastic little bonus here just from discovering more things and more places. So it's well worth our while spending the time to search out these new places, just for the passive benefits that they give us. And there we go, we have found the end of our little galaxy section before we cross into over the wormholes now. So this advanced patrol ship can really head back home. There we go, so we can send him home. And we've discovered a wonder as well in this Ranas area, so I think this is probably going to be a good way of us potentially scoring a victory here, is if we can secure these planets with the wonders on them. So that one's actually a habitable planet as well, so we'll have a bit more of a closer look at that. It's got an aentropic field, which actually reduces the upkeep on the star system, so we could generate quite a bit more cash in this field. It's always worth having a wonder on our side, it's always beneficial. So next time we've got something able to be produced, let's have a look, see how long this would take. It would take 10 turns on that planet, and it would take forever on that planet. So we'll line that one up as the next thing to do on this planet here, while Gobris carries on just pumping out these ships. Got 5 more turns, and then we can really boost up our exploration activities. Let's have a look at this as the general empire management page. So we can see basically how happy people are. So at the moment they're not fantastic. It's primarily because we're taxing them quite high. We're making a bit more money than we really need, so we can probably drop the tax down, which actually also boosts our research. If we put it back up to 40 again, we can see we only had 37 per turn. If I drop it down now, it's gone up to 42. So it's only a small increase, but it speeds up the research process, so it's worthwhile doing. As we can see, it's actually dropped the research down to 4 turns now, so it's sped the whole thing up a little bit more. So it's worth keeping you people happy. And there we go, so that was that one. Let's carry this on. Fantastic, and our hero has upgraded once again. This time I think we'll stick a general upgrade on. This one just boosts every single one of their skills, so that way we've got a little bit of everything somewhere. As we can see, that the benefits that we get now from them, that they increase the fleet defences. Then there's some minor passive boosts on dust and research based upon this level 1 wit that we've just developed, and also we're getting a good amount of technology boosted into this now, which is always very nice to have. Fantastic. There we go. Send all our ships back home and see how they're working their way back. I think the thing I discovered last time, which really was probably the key to my defeat, was the fact that I decided that I wanted, if I'd taken over a star system, that I'd then need to really take over all of the planets within it. But to be honest, some of them really just aren't worth your while. You know, for example, this one, yeah, okay, it's got fantastic technology, but sod all food, so it would be very difficult to try and keep boosting the food into this system and keep everyone happy. And if everyone's not happy within that system, then they go on strike, and then you don't get any benefit from it at all anyway. So you've got to be a bit careful as to what you pick up and what you don't. Now our research has finished, so we now have access to wormhole technology, so we can actually go across this gap now. And I think really I want to start probably working on our military strength now a bit more, so we can boost our armors and hardened framing and stealth construction. So I think that's probably a worthy upgrade. So we'll push that one on. It's only going to take a couple of turns anyway, so it's well worth doing. This game event just telling us that we can now cross these wormholes. Fantastic. There we go. Right, so our advanced patrol ship, which is the one with our hero attached to it, is currently miles away. It's going to be quite a few steps still. So we'll just leave him be for the time being. We have a fleet here. We also have a couple of ships in the hangar. So I'll create another fleet and I will merge these 2 fleets together. So we've got our scout ship and our 2 patrollers that we've just made. And well, this one's going to finish next turn anyway, so we'll sit tight and just stand by for him to come and arrive. That way we can send out a really good military force against whoever's waiting on the other side. There we go, that's finished. Fantastic. So we will create another hive ship and start really working on colonising now. And then what we can do is we can think about trying to send these people across. So again, we've got this guy in the hangar, so we'll kick him out of there. And we will merge our two forces together. Like so. There we go. So we can actually have 7 ships together in this. Which in the last race I was playing was the Sowers. They could only have 5 merged together, so it's going to have a really nice, strong fleet to come up against if we come up against anyone, or when we do, because it's inevitable, really. Right, we will send these guys across. This guy can catch up. There we go. Right, they are through, and we can now start really exploring this new system. Okay, that's our research completed, so we need to really work on upgrading the ships again. And what should we work on? So there's unstable torpedoes. I'm sure they're fantastically useful. We can increase the kinetics, or we could get some lasers. I think lasers is probably the way to go. Everybody loves lasers. Cool. Right, and we will set this guy just to carry on exploring. That way if he meets anyone he'll start just having a go. Okay, so Viren has finished its construction, whatever it was doing. Can't even remember now. Probably the exploitation, I would imagine. So we can see we've got a couple of people here. Good food supply, not a lot of money, but that's not so bad because we can balance that out with this other planet here. So really I think we want to be focusing on probably just colonising this other place, just to balance the whole system out a bit more. Just checking on our money supply, we're still earning money each time, so that's not so much of a concern, despite the fact that people aren't overly happy. But again, as the money supply keeps rolling in, we can drop the tax rate and try and keep these people happy. Okay, so that's done. Thank you very much, sir. Excellent. Hopefully we shall bump into someone at this rate and then we can destroy them for all they're worth. Where's our main guy? He's still way back there. Obviously a very unexplored area for the time being. And our hero is upgraded. Alright, this is our hero, despite the fact he's done sod all, just transporting his troops back and forth. I think we really want to be working on the offense side of things for him, so he can start kicking people's asses a bit stronger. So he now does plus 36 damage on the fleet weapons. So it's much more worthwhile having him up front, which eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to do once he's caught up with us. And if we move him to Orm here, and then hopefully they can meet up a bit closer. Gobris has finished making our hive ship, so we can hopefully start to populate other systems. Realistically, I think probably the best one for us to be looking at now may be this one. But really I'd like to start getting some of these ones with the wonders on them. So actually it might be worth going all the way out to the far edges there and taking that one. So we'll create this as a fleet and we will send that across to there. That can work its merry way across there. It'll take a few turns, I should imagine. Right, let's work on trying to boost this system and trying to get it a bit more strengthened. So we've colonised this place, but we haven't actually exploited it yet. So really, it's lacking in science, but it has got a good boost on the food, on the dust. But the food is pretty low. But the system food is reasonable. So I don't know really what's going to be worth our while boosting. I think the whole system's quite lacking in research, so we'll probably head towards that aspect, and we can try and boost the food with another system later on. Say for example that one. There we can carry on with that. That's finished, thank you. Oh, and we have finally met an alien encounter. Where are they? Aha! No, who have we got? Let's go over to the diplomacy screen here. And we have met some, let's get some information, some pilgrims. When you first meet them, you're in a state of Cold War against them, which, to be honest, will probably turn immediately into full-on war. They're quite a good people, but I think we can probably destroy them quite nicely. At the moment we're in 3rd place, so I think we're actually beating them. Yes we are, so fantastic. Let's see if we can kick their ass in battle once we can discover somewhere to attack. Actually, you know what, I think this is probably worth our while invading this. They've only just turned up here, there's got no one really there. Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's try invading this system. Fantastic. There we go, we'll see what that does. I've never actually done that before, so who knows what it'll end up doing. We'll probably end up getting our asses kicked at this rate, but we'll work this guy down to here so he can meet them there. Okay, and our research is finished once again, so we've now got our laser beams, so that's probably well worth our while upgrading our ships now. We will, however, try and get some boosts on some of these research streams, which are the advanced materials which help us to build our more advanced ships later on, which are well worth our while investing in. That said, we could actually try and boost into a Predator class ship for the time being, but it actually needs this titanium 70 anyway, so I think we'll do this for the first turn and then try and work our way through that stream a little bit better. Fantastic, excellent. And Gobris is now finished again, and we will this time, now that we can see, yeah, we've boosted up the research a little bit, not very much, but it's better than nothing. We can possibly look at increasing the defence. Not really much point. We can, however, increase the ship XP building on the star system, which we will do because this one should be the one that's going to be piling out most of our ships. So we'll let that one run away and we'll let that carry on its own. Okay, and we've got quite a few things here. So this is from the Titanium 17. We've discovered that none of our planets actually have any ores of that involved, so we'll have to start colonising places that do have it, which, as we can see here, actually Duvel does have one. So I don't know why it's not... No, never mind. Yeah, we do have it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Our research is finished once again, so we will carry that on and we will start looking at the baryonic shielding so we can try and upgrade our ships. Okay, that's that one. Dismiss that. And our hero has upgraded once again, and this time I think we really want to be working on what have we got? Fast reboot, overall happiness. That's always a nice one to have. Defender, ground pounder, don't really need. Bonus food, again, that could work on the benefit there. I think a plus 20 to the entire system would be fantastic to have, because that would really boost the whole system and trying to really encourage people to start living there. And right, okay, I've done another 20 turns there, so I think we'll call this an episode. If you've enjoyed yourself, enjoyed watching me try and not to die too quickly, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.